I've seen throughout my lifetime how Dad would influence people and change their whole essence or aura or being. He would show them, how it is to feel love or like, and that would be the biggest thing in their life that would change them. And I hear that over and over and over from Uncle Greg Noll, Uncle George Downing, and the people of before, and even the kids now down the beach.
Ali Imoy, Ali Imoy. The king is here, the king is here.
Buffalo Keaulana, lifeguard and one of Hawaii's finest surfers.
I don't like shoes up on my feet. To be at ease is such a treat. Smile at everyone I meet. That's the Hawaiian in me.
With light ehu hair, Buffalo was born 11 3/4 pounds to Mary Phoebe Mahi on September 2nd, 1934, All Lane, Honolulu. A full-blooded Hawaiian, Buffalo can trace his bloodlines to Hawaiian Ali'i, Father Abraham to King Kamehameha, and Mary to Maui's Kekaulike.
And carry on as I do, so right out here in Hawaii,
where was I born?
You remember?
Yeah, in the garage.
First, there is God. Every day, thank God. Second, watch. Learn from what you see. And finally, train your body for whatever you plan to do in the ocean. Buffalo's reverence for God, mind, and body helped him overcome a childhood of homelessness and poverty on the beach in Nanakuli. His triumph is measured by his family, the lives he has saved. His mastery of surfing, fishing, sailing, and at best, in an ohana who carry on his legacy with the Buffalo Surfing Classic.
What about your name now? Richard Kololo Kalani Buffalo Keaulana.
Kalolo Kalani, brain of heaven. Yeah, that's all Hawaiians. We're just like Indians. We think about the birds, about the heavens, I think here Lani, that's heaven, L-A-N-I, Lani.
And Keaulana means, what is the interpretation you get of that?
It is a swift current, something that floats. I always believed when I fishing or surfing or whatever, when I'm in the water, I always believe to myself that I can float. And as I get older and bigger, I'm convinced I can float.
How you got Buffalo?
What did I get from Lani? When we were young, Nanakuli had a riding academy, horses. So we used to go catch the horse, like, and the howlers go out up with the horses to the mountains. Some of them no tied the horse up and walk around. They get off and the horse run away, come back. So we just go get them and bring them back to the corral. So my name was Buffalo. My mother and my grandmother, they always are kind of, if they don't know you, if they don't know the color of the car or you, or when they see a person with a hat, not kind of officer's hat, he got to be on policeman somehow. So the mailman comes walking in and, wait, who that? I don't know. Oh, it's only the other guy putting the paper inside a box. So, but while they're talking soft, eh? And me with that feet in my face, looking at her. Hey! what are you guys talking soft for, you know? And then the mailman maybe looking towards the house and they see him look at it. They start dodging, look at me, start chewing the broom and everything else and being, thank you for the food. Ran down the beach again. When I went to school, I never had clothes, I never had money, lunch money, I never had nothing. And because my stepfather boss up my mother, sometimes I can't go home. Maybe 1 week, 2 weeks. I sleep on the beach, man. So I know how beach people feel with that brown that tent. If you can afford one tent. If you can afford one tent, you gotta go find your own paper, cardboard box. And the long one gonna fit you just right. You jump inside and lay down. That's the warmest spot you're gonna get. You gotta keep on moving, you know what I mean? That's, I know how to fish, I know how to eat limo, seaweed.
In 1946, at 12 years old, Buffalo was driven from the family house and taken by his relatives to Nanakuli on Oahu's west side. There, he lived on the beach or in the homes of local families.
I wasn't a guy who could talk because I had nothing to say because I did nothing. Only know one thing. When am I gonna eat? Enjoy the ocean, catch a couple fish, cook home. Nighttime run around, go steal chicken. You know, I don't have no time for you. I gotta go eat now. Maybe rob the supermarket or the service station. I was on my way going to jail, but I wanted to go in the army. It was a Korean War, so, you know, send me Korea, I wouldn't care because during those years I never cared, you know what I mean? I had nothing, you know. You know, you got bad records here, hanging around with bad people and things like that, but you can give us a good reason why we should accept you in the military. You know, this is one good reason. So I told him, yeah, I wanted to learn discipline. And they all stopped and looked at each other and start talking to each other and giggling, you know. Then they tell me, you know the meaning of discipline? And I go, no. Then they say, oh, who told you that word then? I said, one holy guy told me to tell you guys. I like to learn discipline. So more they was laughing, you know. So one sergeant go, yeah, bring them in.
Honorably discharged after 2 years in the Army, Richard Buffalo Keaulana worked as a beach boy with his cousin Rabbit Kikai at Waikiki. Surfing and playing his ukulele in the shade, Buffalo courted a beautiful city girl, Momi Whaley. The two were married at Waikiki's St. Augustine Church, November 5th, 1960. Family friend Clarence McKee got Buffalo a city job as park keeper at Makaha. The park keeper position included an A-frame flat above the beach bathhouse.
When he started off at Makaha Beach as the park keeper, we lived in a two-story A-frame house right on the beach. Used to have a ranch right behind on a watermelon field, and we used to go across and Dad had a horse, and me and my sister used to jump on top with Dad and used to have a long stick, and I remember he ride the beach and we would poke the rubbish and put them inside, you know, this bag that we had on the side.
From 1960 to 1968, we had all our kids down the beach.
Yeah, as soon as you wake up, start running in the sand, running in the water, you know, jump into the shore break, jump in a current, jump in the waves, play around.
And my kids still today think that Makaha Beach is their backyard. So if they do have sovereignty that comes into play, we'd like to have Makaha Beach back, thank you.
Makaha reminds me of my home, my yard, my house, my energy, my life. I feel like I got a better life to live the next day. As long as I'm not on the beach, I feel like I might be losing my life every day. But it's a nice place. I mean, it all runs by a good family.
It's so peaceful and beautiful. I mean, you're in heaven because you're in God's creation. You have all this blue sky, this blue water. You have all these friends around you. You feel so, you feel like you're in the arms of love.
Lots of uncles in your family.
Uncle Greg, Uncle George, Uncle Buzzy, all the pioneer surfers, all the guys, it's all our teachers, even with Dad. And I think that's what Dad did is exposed us with all of this.
So he opened his heart and his arms and his house and his home and his family to people. Is that how you see it?
Mom and Dad's theory is family, and it's not a circle of family, or a family, in a tight circle. It's an open circle. It's a circle where people always being brought into the family. Everyone who comes and visit our shoreline, everyone who jumps into our ocean becomes our sister, our brother, our grandma, our auntie, all part of family.
How about Greg Knoll? What does he like?
Oh, Greg Knoll. Yeah, I like surfing him too. The bugger, he really like he like be a daredevil, you know what I mean?
Oh.
If the wave breaking and going right, he'll catch a wave and go right inside that, you know what I mean? But Buzzy, when he talk loud and fast and exciting, that kind. So when the waves big, it wasn't it was fun catching the big waves. Because everybody would race out, wow, yes, you go out there paddle. And sometimes the wave come up, everybody was busy talking, okay, hold on, he's not gonna break. We're just kind of guessing that he's not gonna break, you know what I mean? He's not gonna break, oh, the bug gonna break, yeah. Then we look at the next one, he's not gonna, yeah, everybody start paddling because he's going to break, you know what I mean? Good fun.
Buffalo made countless rescues on the leeward coast. The most dramatic came in heavy surf at a Keaulana shoreline cave. 2 young brothers were trapped in the cave with the body of their father.
So what I did, I paddled the hollow board on the swell. When the thing regained to pick up on swell, I would be right with them, and then it would get right in the cave. So now I'm in there. These 2 kids looking at me, and I'm looking at them, and they had a big, happy-looking eyes, but scared. So I just put the board way up there, threw the guy on the board, and I told the 2 kids, "You follow me." And I told them, dive, and they dive, and I just pushed this board through, and that thing went through. And the wave went in there, and it got us back out there.
Honolulu Mayor Neil Blaisdell appointed Buffalo the first full-time lifeguard at Makaha. Buffalo's oldest son, Brian Keaulana, made a similar sea cave rescue at Keaulana's Moi Hole.
The guy came out, at probably the worst possible moment, and we saw him just getting slammed all over the rocks. And at that point, I felt that the guy either is going to die or is dead. So we keep yelling, hoping that he's alive. Earl was jumping off the ski and swimming into the mouth of the cave, and we almost got caught, I would say several times. here came this humongous set, and I literally just did a hairpin turn and threw Earl on the sled on top of the guy.
You know, every time I save a person, they always tell me, aren't you going to take my name? And you know what? I don't know how to spell. So I just grab him by his head, and I tell him, look up, and tell God, thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Keaulana, the fisherman. This was Buffalo's family name before his great-grandfather changed it to Keaulana. From net, spear to hook, Buffalo is an expert fisherman.
If you can surf and catch fish and bring home fish, something to eat for the table, you're okay. But you just go surf and come back with your sore body. My mother would make my body more sore. She would hit him with a stick. So I don't go surf. So I would go fishing. You know, and fish first and then surf all day. I learned how to fish with the kind with clothes hanger. You know.
Oh yeah.
And when I spool trade, put the clothes hanger right inside, make the rubber come like that. And go on the reef. You know, the reef get holes there. You're gonna see a hole about 4 inches big or manini. You get some good ones out there. And you just shoot them. But even that fish not gonna be surprised, you know, wow, this guy got a what is this? You know.
When I was staying home from school or whatever, he would tell me, okay, you can come with me, be bag boy. Then I gotta watch what he do and learn. So you use the swell, and you always use the current going downwards because the fish gotta swim up, and when you swim up, they get harder time because you get the current going down with you so you can shoot them, catch it easier.
If there's a school of eel like that, you dive down and you grab the sand, you throw the sand up there, and you just cover yourself up with sand, and the fish gets right up to you. Look around now, all kinds of fish go come right up to you. The man might come right up to you. So you look around. The first guy come up to you, whack him. I used to work at Lifeguarding. In the morning I go catch squid or fish. As I going down the ocean with the current, I'm looking way in front of me, and I can see the squid, all octopus, lifting up the head like that, looking at me, and I'm looking at them. Here I come. All day when I finish work, by 5 o'clock, put them on a table, drink beer, eat fish.
Now that he showed me all that things when I was younger watching him, I know how to do them, and now when he tell me, oh, I like one kala, that's like one of our favorite fish, he tell me, oh, go dive from kala. With that time we use our longboard, put our oblet on top, and track like the surfers go by them, and there's all a kala underneath them. Yeah, that's how we get our food right there on Makaha Beach.
I go Trinidad kind of point. I know where they live. When the wave's big, the fish cannot stay outside because all the predators can eat them. So they come into the ponds. So you gotta time them, man. If you don't have a rock to hide around it, or you know, cover from the white water, the fish gonna see you. It's gone. You can have like 200, and you throw, you end up with nothing. As soon as the waves go down, you throw the net. One guy go one way, the other guy the other way, and you pick up as fast as you can because you got to bring that up. You get knocked around. It's kind of like body surfing, you know. Combination of body surfing and going over the falls, maybe. If you get swept out, your friends better come help you.
Today, buffalo is one of a few Hawaiians that holds the cultural knowledge of catching and preparing turtle.
And you can smell them because they eat the seaweed, yeah? And you can smell that seaweed. We just motor our boat straight for them and we get right on top of them, the turtle would dive down. You know, when you talk about a turtle, it's easy to talk about a turtle. But to grab one turtle and dive down and get them, that's another thing, because from the surface to the bottom, in between, there's a shark running around. You know what I mean? You gotta go past him and go down to the hole and where the turtle is. And when you get the turtle, that shark is still around. But the meat is delicious, and somehow the law gotta change. Like how the Indians, the Indians can eat the salmon, they can catch. Similarly, like us, you show that we are Hawaiian. Yeah, one Hawaiian take out one turtle, he'll feed like 20 people in the house, I don't mean a 5-pound turtle now. If you catch a turtle, it has to be over 100 pounds, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't take those babies, let them grow up.
Until turtle hunting was outlawed in 1973, buffalo often would hunt big turtles weighing over 400 pounds.
It's nice to be feeding one turtle. Take care. So we can have more. So we can feed more people. Think about make more and feed. You make more and no more nothing for eat. And all you see is turtles with sores. I never used to see turtles with that kind of sores before. And if you leave one turtle in the water with that kind of sore, he gonna give somebody else the same sore. Before if we see anything that no good, we take them out, bury them, or burn them. Turtle was made to eat. The Hawaiians ate it a long time. They used the shells for make comb, for make pins, for make the net. They make lures, they make knives, they make anything with the turtle. You know what I mean? The meat. Yeah. And the turtle, the fat is a medicine. That they.
That's a natural sunscreen.
It's a really good medicine. Once you're in the water, you just feel good. I mean, surfing like swimming, it's an exercise, it's something you love, it's how you feel.
Lelele I ka moana, ke ho eu mai nei. Lelele I ka makani, Keaulana ku'inoa. Born to skip on the wave and the wind, Keaulana is my name.
Well, let's see. Surfing. Yeah, surfing. Everybody enjoys surfing. Especially now. In 1947 was the first time I surfed at Makaha. We had made our own surfboards with any kind of wood, just put it together. Redwood mostly, because we would take the railroad tracks, all those wood tiles would be piled up next to the tracks, you know. But they all soaked with that oil or whatever, yeah, so it's not going to get light, you know. So I couldn't afford a board. Every board I use, I wait for I'm a body surfer. You fall down, you just lost a board. I'll catch a wave before I give you back. So I go over there waiting.
Looking for the board to come
Waiting
in.
for one board. Just fall down, man. Body surfing is like playing, you know, playing, jumping and whatever. It wasn't really a serious thing. It was more of a fun thing, you know.
From 1954 to 1958, Buffalo won the Makaha International Body Surfing Championships 4 times.
And if you've ever seen a seal in the water, how you can see him silhouetted against the waves, and Buff was body surfing and flying across these things, and he looked like he was born in the water.
Solid, relaxed, smooth, whether he surfs with his left or right foot forward, switching stance on the turn, dancing.
There's nobody in the world can switch that kind of style what he do on a turn. Even me, I get hard time, but you know, he uses it as like a little dance for him. Like my mom always say, he don't know how to dance when go to parties, but you watch him on the wave, he know how to dance. These ways, like, just watch me and you learn. So.
Try to master one side and the other side. Because it's very difficult to do that move, especially on a turn.
We want to do what he did and be like Buffalo.
Growing up in Makaha Beach, when I was 13, I got my first canoe from my dad. I think canoe surfing started off from then on, because we was pushing the envelope. We catch some super big waves on these canoes, and a lot of the guys, they ask me how do I select my team. I'll line everybody up, blindfold myself, put them up against the wall, grab one red brick, throw them, and all the guys that's standing still, that's the guys I'm gonna choose. All the ones that run away, that's the guys I'm not choosing. With canoe surfing, it's an art, an art of knowing where to be and where not to be.
Surfing, canoeing, tandem with big boards, body surfing or paperboarding. This is all our culture. This is what we used to do when we were young time, you know, and now it's getting more modern where we have better and faster boogie boards, you know, bully boards, where before we used to have ply boards and planks that we would shape ourselves, which was easy. Just find a piece of wood. When you're young, you're skinny. So when you're skinny, you're light.
You can ride anything.
You can ride anything. Yeah, you know. I wish I had these small boards when I was young. You know, the ones they get now.
Buffalo's talent on a surfboard became legendary. In 1960, Buffalo won the Makaha International, and 5 years later, as a member of the Juke Kahanamoku surf team, traveled to the Peru World Championship.
So once you're in the water, you just feel good. I mean, you know, surfing like swimming, it's an exercise, it's something you love. You know, it's how you feel. You know, I mean, just like that mostly. It's how you feel. Feel like going surfing today? No. Yeah, you know what I mean? There's no surf today. Feel like going fishing today? Sure, you have plenty of things to do. Just don't go sitting around one place too long. You know. Over here, when I'm home over here, I sit down. I cannot sit down. I gotta clean something. I cannot be looking at rubbish or glass or something. I gotta do something. Body surf was, I guess, was just something like swimming. You know, we just, you know, so you have to swim over there, you can body surf over there. You don't have to swim over there.
In 1976, without modern navigational instruments, the Hokule'a embarked on a 3,000-mile experimental voyage from Hawaii to Tahiti. Buffalo was chosen to be a part of this journey because of his reputation as a lifesaver and waterman on the west shore of Oahu.
Well, the Hokule'a, the voyaging canoe, is a replica of the ancient type of vessels we believe that our ancestors came here to settle in Hawaii.
The ultimate goal of the canoe at that time was to sail it from here to Tahiti using only star navigation. Hokule'a, by the way, means star of gladness. It's the star that sits over Hawaii.
Mao, the navigator aboard the Hokule'a, was brought from Satawal, where for generations his family sailed the Pacific, finding their way by the wind, swells, sun, and stars.
So we learned from our forgotten culture.
Right.
And this guy coming from his island and doing things like we should be doing, that comes within you, you know what I mean? It's all the years that he's been stuck without a watch. So your watch, you got to throw away, go live 20 years in the bushes over there and tell us which way the wind blowing. It's a canoe with a lot of mana, a lot of Hawaiian love in there, you know. You have to spend time with that kind of environment, the wind, the sky, the sun.
Buffalo was one of the steersmen aboard the Hokule'a. He surfed the canoe from swell to swell on following seas to Tahiti.
Just looking at the wind and the ocean currents, and enjoying the ride, looking at the angle of the sails, which way you tack in and going.
He's good because he does it by feel. He just like, okay man, Boogie, just grab your guitar, just play a song, you know. When it got rough or when we were moving really fast, couldn't get him off the paddle, couldn't get off the steering paddle. He just steered day and night. Yeah, because he loved it. He doing it because he loved it. Yeah.
Buff would steer. He wouldn't do nothing else, and he won't steer if I don't play the ukulele. So the whole journey to Tahiti, all I did was play on ukulele while he steered the canoe. Well, I play my ukulele, I'm trying to write something happy, and oh, that sounds good, you know. They always came down to stand beside me and be my friend, make me smile and laugh again.
For Buffalo, for Hawaiians, the voyage to Tahiti was a positive reawakening, a cultural renaissance.
First feeling I had was I'm thankful to be home.
Yeah.
With all my kids and my dogs and my wife. The next part was making a surf meet.
Buffalo returned to Makaha. He created an outlet to celebrate Hawaiian culture, his way. The bowls and soft shoulders of the waves at Makaha became the perfect playground for Buffalo's big board surfing classic.
And I remember him telling me when he came back, he couldn't take everyone sailing on Tahiti to experience that thing, but he wanted to give the same feeling that he had, a sense of pride, a sense of culture, a sense of being Hawaiian. He started off with that concept of the big board competition, Buffalo big board competition.
We have a whole session going on, the parade all the way to the low boy. We have a stage on the beach. We're not police officers, we're just people trying to change young kids' lives from hitting cars. We had 2 days that we would say, thou shalt not steal. And everything came all right. When everybody parked, then I come over there and I take one hokupu, like tea leaf, rock, whatever. And then I paddle out and paddle out there and throw the thing in the water and say a prayer and catch one wave in with model all the way up. When I land, just walk up, everybody grab the board, squeeze by a model, dry. I brought back longboard surfing. Boards was getting shorter and shorter, so we all gave up on the longboards. You're surfing a longboard, and another guy surfing a longboard. You usually see each other be smiling, you know, because it's just like riding on a train, and they got something really long and just going. So you cannot think of nothing but that's what you're doing. You know, see, sometimes when you see it out there, you start thinking where you shouldn't be thinking of anything. So the best way to have fun with one another, all you're thinking about is you and me. When you stay by yourself, you're going to be thinking of whatever, something else. Since we surfing longboards, now we brought the canoes in because of Hokule'a. We got to keep our canoes going. You know, it's good that we have a culture. We just gotta make sure that we don't lose them.
Raised his whole family there, year after year, till a great big wave came in and washed out that whole house up there. I can't have words to express Buffalo. All I do is to say is Mr. Makaha. And everybody knows what I mean.
The Hawaiian that he has, that he exudes, he doesn't have to explain Hawaiian things or do Hawaiian things. You feel Hawaiian, you feel the mana.
You know, those common sense things that are not so common. You know, the simple things as local people we take advantage of. My father is probably, you know, the greatest master on earth.
Teach us everything about the ocean and, you know, teaching us that this place belongs to us and we got to take care of our aina and take care of our ocean. He's real the kind, aloha spirit, yeah.
We need heroes. Kids want to connect us to somebody, something.
Basically, you understand that he does what he enjoys doing. I mean, I guess you could say they enjoy it, but it's more of a, you know, it's more of a, what would you say, like a kind of an aggressive, you know, pitting yourself against, you know, big waves. Buffalo didn't need that shit. He was like he's, you know, transcended above that. And that's not to say he didn't surf some pretty damn big surf. I've seen him in some big waves at Makaha. I remember the last time I was there and I'm watching him streaking across this, you know, inside Makaha wave, and as he gets closer, I mean, he's surfing the shit out of this thing. And as he gets closer, I can see more of the detail of him, and the thing that just blew me away is he had this ear-to-ear smile. I mean, there was nobody around. You know, it's just a knockout, and I just sat there, and I sat on my board and watched him, and it just, you know, gave me the feeling that it was just sheer joy at work, you know. And that's really, man, you know, what surfing should be all about.
house and he's in the back playing.
Because of you.
When you're a kid, when the first time you catch on good wave, oh, that's you'll never forget it, you know. After that, you catch so many waves and you listen to somebody else's story. Yeah. Dad, you saw the wave I had? No. Make him go out catch another one. I used to dream of a color, you know what I mean? I can see this color, green, blue, white, you know what I mean? You know, a dream is just a dream. But if you can remember what color was, like my color, black and white, you know, I dream like it's like that, blue ocean,